Dis-moi, François,
Hein.
pour toi, c'est quoi Marseille?
Comment ça?
Mais je veux dire que si tu devais parler de Marseille, tu vois, eh bien tu dirais quoi?
Hein?
Quoi?
Hein?
Tu comprends quand je parle ou quoi là?
Je
T'es devenu sourd?
je comprends, figure. C'est pas clair ce que tu dis. Parler de Marseille, pour qui et pourquoi?
Ta belle fille, elle est étrangère, là, elle vient d'un pays nordique, comment elle s'appelle, où il fait froid, elle est suédoise.
Ah, danoise.
C'est pareil.
Elle est danoise du Danemark. Et quoi, ma belle-fille, elle connaît déjà Marseille.
Pardi, je le sais qu'elle connaît Marseille, ta belle-fille, mais bon, imagine, elle ne connaît pas Marseille, tu veux la faire rêver, tu lui dis quoi?
Je lui dis, c'est facile ce que tu me demandes là, Vincent. Je lui dirais Marseille. Marseille, c'est le vieux port.
Ouais.
C'est la canebière. Ouais. Marseille, c'est la bouillabaisse. Et c'est les calanques. C'est le savon. Et c'est le soleil. Marseille, c'est l'OM. C'est la bonne mère. Et surtout, l'apéro sacré. Pastis, pétanque, faille tirard. C'est ça, Marseille.
Excusez-moi, messieurs.
Oh.
Mais Marseille, c'est juste ça pour vous?
Eh ben, c'est pas mal.
Parce que Marseille, c'est la plus ancienne ville de France. Marseille, c'est le premier port français. C'est la cité radieuse. Eh oui. Marseille a été capitale européenne de la culture. Marseille, c'est le Mucem, la friche de la Belle de Mai. Les docks. Eh oui. Marseille, c'est la diversité des quartiers, des parfums, des couleurs. Eh oui. Marseille, c'est le berceau de la culture alternative et du hip-hop en France. Rappelez-vous. Rappelez-vous.
Il a raison, lui.
Qui approchait le flanc de colline, surplombant une ville vieille de 3 millénaires. Lorsque la nuit tombait, étalant son voile noir sur la cité, sa robe scintillait de milliers de lumières. Ouvrez les yeux. Vous êtes à Marseille.
Welcome to the 2022 FIA Motorsport Games here in our amazing host city, Marseille. We are here this evening to begin a 4-day celebration of motorsport from every region of the world, with competition taking place in a record-breaking 16 different thrilling disciplines.
And we could not have chosen a better venue in which to introduce the 72 nations taking part in this second edition of the FIA Nations competition than the remarkable Musée des Civilisations de l'Europe et de la Méditerranée, or MUSEM as it is more commonly known here. It was built to document how cultures across the Mediterranean helped each other and learned from each other through collaboration and competition, and therefore it stands as a perfect metaphor for what the FIA Motorsport Games are seeking to achieve.
Pictures, though, speak 1,000 words. And so to illustrate exactly what the Games stand for and what it means to represent your country at the largest gathering of international motorsport competitors in the world, please turn your eyes to the screens for just a short video.
Yeah, you can applause. Yeah, it's fantastic. I think we can all see the emotion, the passion, and the commitment of everyone that's taking part in this second edition of the Games. And it's wonderful to see all the nations gathered here in Marseille for this second edition. It's amazing.
It is, and I'm sure you'll all agree that that video really encapsulates and demonstrates that the Motorsport Games is a pure expression of competition that seeks to promote not only geographical diversity, but also a world of motorsport which is open and accessible to all.
Yes, and to tell us a little bit more about the road to Marseille and this week's action at the Circuit Paul Ricard, we're going to bring on stage some guests. First, 11-time Grand Prix winner and president of the FIA Drivers' Commission. Please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Felipe Massa. I'm sure he's on his way. Felipe, welcome. As well, he will be joined by the FIA's Director of Formula E and even Innovative Sport Projects, which is Frédéric Bertrand. And finally, the founder of and CEO of the SRO Motorsport Group and the promoter of this FIA Motorsport Games, Mr. Stéphane Rattel. Welcome to the three of you. Bonsoir.
Well, first of all, Stéphane, how did we get here from the first Games in Rome just 3 years ago, and why did we choose Marseille?
Stéphane, it's a question. I think it's a question for you. Yeah, please go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Marseille, mesdames et messieurs. Bienvenue à Marseille. Pourquoi nous avons choisi Marseille? Why did we choose Marseille? I will have to say it was an obvious choice. It is a city, it's a vibrant city. It is a multicultural. It is open to the sea. It is open to the world. And it's a city who loves sports. 3 years ago, we organized the opening ceremony in Rome, where some consider it as the first racetrack in the world, in Circo Massimo. When we had to choose a place for the second edition, We wanted to stay in Europe, where we have so many cars and equipment that can welcome drivers from all over the world. We wanted to be in the south because we were looking for good weather, and I think we have been blessed with that. We are being blessed with that this weekend. And also we wanted a surrounding with beautiful location and with the right infrastructure. And with the Circuit Paul Ricard, it's many tracks for cars, for drift, for karting, the fantastic road of the Saint-Baume for the rally, and the autocross of Venois for the off-road. We had everything there. And in addition, we have this beautiful location right in the center, what is, we shouldn't forget it, the second largest city in France. That's why we're here.
Yeah, that's pretty clear. Thank you very much. Now a question for Fred. Fred, we had 49 nations last year, in 2019, and we're up to 72 this year for the second edition. How did you manage that, and what does it bring to you as a feeling?
Good evening, everyone. I think the feeling we first have is that we are very proud, but very thankful. Reaching 72 ISNs, 72 clubs, means 72 countries and 72 organizations working on creating a national team. Looking to 16 categories in a national area is huge. And they all did a great job by bringing those teams together and bringing everyone here to France. It's not so easy also with all the global system we have right now with COVID, etc. The second thing which is coming is we are happy for everyone because it will be a big, big celebration of motorsport. We always speak about diversity. We always speak on how to bring new regions, new nations to motorsport. We often speak about mixed gender. I think Motorsport Games have all that. We have 72 countries, but these are not only European countries. These are countries coming from Asia, Latin America, Central America, North America, Africa, Middle East. Every nation of the world is represented here, or every region is represented, and that's the second very important part for the Motorsport Games, and we are very proud to have everyone here and very thankful. So again, from the deepest of my heart, but also from the FIA full team working on this project and the full SRO team, thank you to all the ASNs for the job done on joining this event, bringing the team together, and being part of the Motorsport Games.
Thank you very much, Fred.
Thanks a lot and congrats.
Yeah, it's amazing to think about how much the Motorsport Games have expanded in such a short period of time and so rapidly. Let's come to you, Felipe. It's great that we're going to have such a busy week at all the circuits and all the locations. Paul Ricard, Autocross Benoit and Saint-Baume, with almost 500 athletes lining up. What would you like to tell those athletes right now?
Well, first of all, I'm really glad to be here for the second edition of the FIA Motorsport Games. 72 countries, 500 drivers, that's amazing. And you know, a driver, normally you don't have every day the chance to race for your country. And I have to say I'm really lucky, you know, to be able to race for my country many different years. And I think that really needs to be a great memory for all of you, you know, to represent your flag. And that will be really fantastic for this event. We know that as my heart will be beating a little bit more for Brazil, but I will really wish you all of great lucky, be safe, and all the best for all of the drivers, for everybody that will be participating in this amazing festival.
Thank you, Felipe. Thanks a lot. It's going to be amazing. You're going to stay with us. I'm going to thank you very much for all those nice words. And yeah, Felipe, you stay with us. Thank you so much. And now we're going to, I'm sure we'd like to salute the efforts of the SRO Motorsport Group, the FIA personnel who have worked so hard to bring the games to Marseille. And now, Felipe, to explain a little bit more about the ethos of this event, we would like to invite another guest with you. Sure. She's one of the game's youngest female. She's only 14 years old. She's from Team Germany. She's an FIA Girls on Track Rising Star finalist. She will be on the run for a medal, probably in karting sprint junior category. Please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on stage Matilda Pats. Please come in the center. Welcome. The two of them just now are going to do something pretty nice for us. They're going to go through and read the Motorsport Games pledge with all their heart and passion.
So, our commitment to the FIA Motorsport Games is to celebrate this great sporting festival in the spirit of fairness, equality, diversity, and accessibility.
Fairness by adhering to the rules and regulations all the time.
Equality, as men and women participating without prejudice.
Welcoming diversity, officials, participants, and all volunteers from all around the world, from major championships to grassroots competition.
And accessibility, with a wide variety of discipline, meaning there is something to suit every skill set. We will embrace all of those elements and showcase the spirit of teamwork, and we proudly represent the color of our country.
Thank you so much. You can applaud.
Thank you.
Yes, a huge thank you to Felipe and Matilda. They're going to leave the stage now and we will continue on with this ceremony. But I know that all of the athletes, officials, volunteers and team personnel working here in Marseille and at all of the race circuits, they will be upholding those noble principles.
Yeah, important values. Which brings us to the main event of the evening, which is meeting the 72 nations who will be challenging for the medals in the 2022 FIA Motorsport Games, whether they come from nation with glorious heritage or from territories where motorsport is only at the beginning, at the grassroots. It's every one of the 463 drivers that are joining us will have at heart the desire to make their country proud and to race at the limits and beyond. We're going to start.
Yes, and let's start the Parade of Nations actually with our first host city back in 2019 and the very first delegation here on stage today, Italy.
And they're on their way.
At its home games in Vallelunga, the national team from ACI Sport finished joint second in the overall medal table with 1 gold and 1 bronze. Welcome Italy to the stage now. This time the team has brought 10 competitors and will compete in 8 different disciplines: senior cross car, KCMG Formula 4, Fanatec Esports, GT, Sprint, Historic Rally, Drifting, Rally 4, Touring Car, and yeah, that's it. But it's they've brought quite a team with them today, as you can see. One to watch out for from the Italian squad is Andrea Kimi Antonelli, who should be a medal contender in Formula 4, as well as Mirko Bortolotti in the GT Sprint. Welcome to Team Italy.
Hello. A quick photo. I don't know if we can
And
have
so
a
these-
go once the picture's done. I don't know, but I think when it's done, you guys, you can go.
Thank you very much, Italy.
Thank you so much. And then the Automobile Club of Albania took part in the inaugural games in Rome in just a single discipline, which was karting slalom. But for this year's games, it's filling up an expanded team of 4 drivers. Albania is also taking part in karting slalom with 2 drivers and also in esports. Welcome, guys.
Thank you very much, guys. I think
I think the pitch is good.
You're all
can go.
good. You can head off.
Ciao.
We'll be welcoming now our third nation of the evening, actually, which is going to be Andorra. This is our first brand new entry into the games. For its debut appearance, the Automobile Club d'Andorra will be represented by the FIA Motorsport Games by Octavio Pisco Araujo, who is taking part in the Fanatec Esports discipline. Alone and proud on this stage here.
Yeah, he's courageous. Congrats to him. Following Andorra, we are welcoming another new entrant to the games, which is Team Argentina. The team from the Automobile Club Argentino will make its debut in the 2 disciplines, the new category of Cross Car Junior. They will be represented by a 13-year-old Juan Manuel Griguera, 13-year-old, and he's leading the pack, while Rodrigo Gallo will represent the club in drifting.
Thank you very much, Argentina. Gracias y buena suerte.
And best of luck.
Following Argentina, we are going to welcome the national team from Australia. The squad from Motorsport Australia finished joint second in the overall medal table in 2019. But this year, as well as competing in the GT discipline, the team will race in GT Sprint, KCMG Formula 4, Fanatec Esports, both the senior and junior karting sprint disciplines, and also the touring car competition. Hello, Australia.
Good day. A long way for them, huh?
Yep.
And wearing the same green as them as well.
I know. I'm not going to be biased.
Okay, thank you, Australia. Thank you. You can go now. Thank you. Next coming, we greet the team of Austria. The Austrian Motorsport Federation is entering 4 events. Drifting, the team will be represented by Daniel Brender, who is returning for his second games. Fanatec Esports by Felix Temper and brothers Oscar and Charlie Wirtz in karting sprint senior and F4 respectively.
Thank you very much, Austria.
So much.
Off you go. And we will welcome our next country, which is the Bahamas, which is another nation making its games debut. Wow, there's a lot of Bahamas fans in the audience there. You can hear the cheers. The national team from the Bahamas Motorsports Organisation will compete in 3 disciplines here in France: karting, slalom, karting endurance, and Fanatec Esports. Hello, Bahamas. Lots of support in the audience for you tonight. Thank you very much,
thank
Bahamas.
You so much.
We'll get you off the stage now. Thank you very much.
Now we greet the Automobile Association of Bangladesh. This is the first time the club will participate in the FIA Motorsport Games. It is fielding just a single competitor, but yeah, you can go. It's Arham Rahman, who is taking part in esports. Congrats.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Bangladesh. We will see you very shortly. And welcoming our next competitors, another new nation again, which is joining us, and that is Barbados. The Barbados Motoring Federation has confirmed 2 entries for this year's games. Callum Maloney will fly the flag for Barbados in the karting sprint senior competition, while Leon Seeley will compete in the Fanatec Esports category. Hello, Barbados, and welcome. Great to have you here with us, Barbados. Thank you very much. You can head off now. Thank you.
Next is the national team from Belgium. Wow. There's a competition there, huh? In 2019, the squad assembled by the Automobile Club de Belgique finished 7th overall with 2 silver medals. This time the team has brought 21 drivers who will compete in 14 of the 16 disciplines here in Marseille. That's a big team, huh?
Wow, it's quite a squad here, isn't it?
Yeah. We are part of the picture.
Thank you very much, Belgium. It's how quickly can you guys get off the stage now?
Vous pouvez y aller. On fait aussi des chronos, là. On a besoin que vous circuliez, merci. Et bonne chance.
Wow, it's really great to see such huge teams, isn't it? And all the support. Now, please welcome Belize. This is a first Motorsport Games entry for the Belize Automobile Club, and it has brought 2 young athletes to compete in these games, 1 boy and 1 girl, who will both be competing in the karting slalom category. Welcome, Belize. Thank you very much. We'll see you shortly.
Should I say a warm welcome? It's not even needed, I think. The national team from Brazil and the Confederação Brasileira de Automobilismo, the CBA, is taking part in 9 events and has brought 11 competitors. The Brazil team will take part in auto slalom, touring cars, Formula 4, GT and GT Sprint, as well in Fanatec Esports, Rally 2 and the junior and senior karting sprint disciplines. Welcome, guys. Hey, and Felipe is coming on stage with them. Yeah, that's cool.
Obrigada, Brazil. Thank you very much. Thanks, Felipe, for joining as well. And we'll get you off the stage to welcome our next group, which is Canada. And they are also a first-time competitor here at the Games, represented by 3 drivers. Keaton and Paige Dietrich will be competing in the auto slalom category, while Travis Hill is taking part in the touring car event. Thank you very much. Merci, Canada.
And coming up next, it's the national team from Chile. Like Canada, this is the team's first visit in the FIA Motorsport Games, and they have made their long journey to France with a team of 3 drivers competing in 3 disciplines, which are senior karting sprint, Formula 4 and Fanatec esports. Hi guys. Vamos Chile!
Muchas gracias, Chile. We will see you later on. And next we welcome the team from Chinese Taipei. From Chinese Taipei Motorsports Limited, they are returning to the Games after an extremely successful competition in 2019. For 2022, it's taking part in 6 different events: Auto Slalom, Fanatec Esports, GT, Formula 4, Senior Karting Sprint, and Karting Endurance.
Hello guys, and welcome.
Thank you very much to this team. Good luck with the competition.
Coming up on stage next, the Automobile Club de Costa Rica. They were returning for the 2nd time in the Games. In 2019, it took a superb silver medal in the esports final, and here in Marseille, the ASN is taking on the senior and junior karting sprint disciplines. Sorry, how old are you? How old are you? 13 years old as well.
Wow.
You can applaud. Traveling from Costa Rica. Amazing.
Gracias, gracias. And now our next team, here comes the national team from Croatia. The Croatian Automobile and Karting Federation was present at the inaugural Games in Rome and actually scored an excellent 6th place in its sole event, which was karting slalom. This time, Croatia is fielding 3 athletes, 1 in Fanatec Esports and 2 in auto slalom. Welcome, Croatia. Thank you very, very much.
Thanks. Coming up next, the Czech Republic. The club is taking on 7 disciplines, and as well as drifting, the Czech Republic will be represented in historic rallying, senior cross car, junior karting sprint, karting endurance, auto slalom, and esports. Hello there. Hello.
Welcome.
And welcome.
Quite a big team here we've got, haven't we?
Yeah, it's a big team. 10 drivers.
Thank you very much, Croatia.
Czech Republic.
Czech Republic. Woof. Too many nations going on. Thank you very much, guys. And Team Denmark is the next ones to cross the stage, and the Dansk Automobile Sport Union bring a squad of just 5 drivers to this year's competition. Denmark will be taking on drifting, Fanatec Esports, KCMG Formula 4, and the junior and senior karting sprint disciplines.
A really strong nation with really strong drivers. Coming up next, the national team of Estonia is represented by 14 athletes in 10 disciplines, and they have lots of supporters. The ones to watch from the Estonian Autosport Union include the 2022 Swedish Rally winners and the WRC2 junior class George Liname and James Morgan. And again, a very young crew here. Yeah, that's a big crew.
Lots of support for Team Estonia. Thank you very much. And next up is Finland, who are entering the stage now. Here they come, the national team. AKK Motorsport has sent 2 athletes to these games, with Juha Hoitalasko lining up for Finland in the drift competition and Kimi Tani taking part in the junior karting sprint event. Welcome Finland to France.
Imagine how amazing it would be to represent your country at that age.
I know.
That's fantastic. Very well done and good luck. Now we greet the national team from Georgia. The Georgian Automobile Sport Federation is fielding a squad of 12 competitors in 7 different competitions, which are drifting, esports.
I think we've got this is France.
Is this France? Oh yeah.
I know. How could we skip the whole home nations, the home heroes?
It's our nation. It's France. Come on. Okay, sorry. It's home advantage for them, and it's definitely a team that can challenge for medals, particularly with the local hero Mathieu Arzeno, who will be shaping up to be a very strong contender in Rally 2, and Philippe Gache, who is looking good in historic racing. And I think Philippe can be applauded because he's in his 60s. He's 60 years old, Philippe, this year.
Well, thank you very much, France. Thank you very much, home nations. I'm sure they'll have a brilliant weekend ahead of them. And now we welcome Georgia. We greet the national team. Too excited you were. Yeah. But the Georgian Automobile Sport Federation is fielding a squad of 12 competitors in 7 competitions: drifting and Fanatec Esports, GT, Formula 4, the junior karting sprint, karting slalom, karting endurance, and auto slalom. Hello, Georgia.
Hello.
Brilliant. I think we've got your team pick. Thank you very much.
And good luck. Next to join us, Team Germany. 18 drivers. One of the biggest crew we'll have tonight. They're competing in 14 different disciplines. They'll compete in GT, GT Sprint, Formula 4, drifting, kart slalom, auto slalom, cross car junior and senior, Rally 2, historic rallying, junior and senior kart sprint, and esports. They're everywhere, pretty much. 14 categories out of 16.
Big team here, led by Matilda Patz there.
Thank you,
Germany.
very much.
Thank you very much. And following the German delegation, who are leaving the stage now, next we're going to welcome the national team from Greece. It's Greece's first time here at the Games, and the Hellenic Motorsport Federation has assembled a team of 4 competitors who will take part in 4 different events: Fanatec Esports, Rally 2, Rally 4, and drifting. Welcome, Greece.
That's more than 4, by the way.
It is, definitely.
They brought some friends with them. Now it's the turn of another first-time competitor at the Games. Please welcome Guatemala. The Automobile Club de Guatemala is represented by Fanatec Esport racer Juan Esteban Morales, and we wish him and Guatemala the very best of luck. Juan, welcome.
Lone soldier flying the flag there. Buena suerte. Thank you very much. And now it's the turn of National Team Hong Kong, China. The Hong Kong Automobile Association is also making its second appearance at the FIA Motorsport Games and is this time taking part in 8 different disciplines with a total of 13 drivers. Another big team we've got on the stage here. Hong Kong is taking part in GT, touring car, KCMG Formula 4, drifting, the karting event, and Fanatec Esports. Quite a crew.
A big crew. And you have Marchi Lee, the leader, he's an old friend.
Thank you very much, Hong Kong.
Thank you, Hong Kong.
Best of luck.
And here comes Team Hungary, who will compete in 8 disciplines with 11 drivers. It's an all-new Hungarian team, but with competitors like the Rally 2 crew of European Rally Championship stars like Martin Laszlo and David Berendi. They are likely to be strong medals contenders this week. Welcome, guys. Hungary for you.
Thank you very much, Hungary. A wonderful family picture there for the crew. And now we will get you guys off the stage and welcome our new national team to the Games, one that's never competed before yet, Iceland. The Icelandic Motorsports Association is bringing just a single competitor to its first Games, taking part in the Fanatec esports category.
Thank you, Iceland, and good luck. Coming up next, we welcome the national team India. The team from the Federation of Motorsport Clubs of India is made up of 5 competitors taking part in 4 disciplines: senior and junior karting sprint, auto slalom, in which has 2 drivers, and Rally 4. Welcome, India.
A very young one there. Thank you, Team India. Great team picture for you. Now, please welcome National Team Indonesia, which is making its FIA Motorsport Games debut with entries in both karting sprint competitions and Fanatec esports. So it was a big cheer for Indonesia there. Aditya Wibowo will fly the nation's flag in the junior karting sprint, with Kanan Reza-Sini in the senior category and Presley Martono in esports. Welcome, Team Indonesia. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And next to join the parade is Team Ireland. Motorsport Ireland is entered in just one category at these games, and with us here is their entrant in the touring car category. It's Jack Young. Welcome, Jack. Jack will be driving a Honda Civic Type R FK7 in what looks like an extremely competitive field of 18 nations.
Thank you very much, Jack. Next to join us is National Team Israel. The team from the Israel Automobile and Karting Association is made up of 12 competitors, and they will compete in 7 different events: karting slalom, karting endurance, karting sprint junior, karting sprint senior, Fanatec esports, auto slalom, and also, finally, last but not least, autocross senior. Hello, Israel.
Hello there. Welcome, guys.
Wonderful family pick. Thank you very much.
Okay, you can all go. It's a race tonight already. And good luck to you guys. Next, please welcome Japan. Now let's time out. In Rome, the Japanese left with the gold medal in the GT Cup, but for this year's competition, the GAF has chosen to focus in a very different discipline with esports. And with the country just recently reopening, they have one athlete taking part, but he deserves a round of applause.
That is very wonderful. Thank you very, very much. And now, making its first appearance at the FIA Motorsport Games, please welcome the national team from South Korea. The Korean Automobile Racing Association has chosen 2 drivers to be here: Michael Woo-yeon Shin in the F4 Cup and Yoon-Yo Park, who will race at the Fanatec esports discipline. Welcome, South Korea. Great to have you guys here. Wonderful picture, thank you so much.
Next, we welcome another nation making its debut at the FIA Motorsport Games. It's Kosovo. For its first games, the Federation of Motorsport Kosovo is fielding a team of 5 drivers. with 2 competing in auto slalom, 2 in karting slalom, and 1 in esports. Good evening, guys. Family picture.
Thank you very much, Kosovo. And from a new team to one returning for its second games, we now have Kuwait. In 2019, Kuwait left with a Best Lap award in the GT discipline, and for this year's games, they are competing with 1, 2, 3 drivers who are competing in 3 different disciplines: drifting, karting sprint senior, and the Fanatec esports.
Joining the parade now is national team Latvia. The team is this year competing in 5 disciplines: touring car, drifting, karting slalom, Fanatec esports, and the new discipline of senior cross car. With great experience in rallycross, Reinis Nitis is definitely a driver to watch in the senior cross car category.
Thank you very much, Latvia. Now joining the parade is a national team from Lithuania, just a next door neighbour actually. After taking part in 4 different disciplines in Rome 3 years ago, the national team is this time represented in 7 disciplines. Returning to its national team for a second games are the team captain Benediktas Sirba, who competes again in drifting, and Julius Adomavicius, who has switched from touring cars in 2019 to GT Sprint this time. Welcome, Team Lithuania. Thank you very much.
Okay, let's now welcome another new nation to the FIA Motorsport Games, which is Luxembourg. The Automobile Club of Luxembourg is represented by 2 drivers, each taking part in hugely popular emerging disciplines, which are drifting and Fanatec esports. Welcome, Team Luxembourg.
We will now say see you later to Luxembourg, and joining the parade now is national team Malaysia. This is the Automobile Association of Malaysia's second FIA Motorsport Games, and for this 2022 edition, the nation is going to be taking part in 3 different disciplines: KCMG Formula 4, karting slalom, and also Fanatec esports. Also a young team.
Yeah, very young team.
Best of luck, Malaysia. Thank you very much.
And please now welcome Malta. Okay, the Malta Motorsport Federation took part in drifting in 2019, but since then the Federation and the Maltese government have completed construction of the country's first FIA-approved karting track, and so it's the karting disciplines and the Fanatec esports that make up the 2022 challenge. And that's why we have a fairly young crew again.
And a warm welcome to Team Malta.
Thank you very much, Team Malta. And good luck.
Now it is actually the turn of the national team from Mexico. This is the second game from the Organización Mexicana del Deporte Automovilístico Internacional, and after taking part in 2 disciplines in Rome, they will compete here in Marseille in 3 different disciplines: Fanatec esports, junior karting sprint, and Rally 4. Bienvenida a Mexico.
Gracias, suerte. Team Morocco is our next nation. This is the first games for the Fédération Royale Marocaine de Sport Automobile, and they come here with a single entry. Michael Benyaya, a former Formula Renault 2.0 race winner and British GT podium finisher last year, will race a McLaren 720S GT3 in the GT Sprint Challenge.
Wonderful to see solo teams here, but the Southern African nation of Mozambique sends its first delegation into the games. They're our next team here on the stage. And despite the 2022 Games being its first, the Automóvel y Touring Clube de Moçambique is competing here in an impressive 5 disciplines: karting sprint junior, karting sprint senior, KCMG Formula 4 drifting, and Fanatec esports. Bem-vindos, Moçambique.
Thank you very much.
Perfect, thank you so much.
The national team from Nepal is joining us now, and they're taking part in 2 disciplines here in France. Big round of applause for Nepal. Giswan Tulada Shrestha and Anil Kumar Bahal will line up and compete in the auto slalom discipline, while Dipraj Shakya will contest in karting sprint senior, and it's Nepal's first visit to our games.
Wonderful traditional clothing there. Thank you very much, Nepal. Next up is national team Netherlands. Now in 2019, oh, big cheer there. In 2019, the Dutch team ended up joint 4th overall with a gold medal in karting slalom. Led by highly experienced touring car racer Tom Coronel, the Dutch squad is competing here in 7 disciplines, including touring cars, drifting, karting slalom, Fanatec esports, Rally 4, and the junior and senior cross car events. Thank you very much, Team Netherlands.
All right, following the Netherlands, we next welcome another new national team to the competition. It's Nigeria. The Automobile and Touring Club of Nigeria has assembled a squad of 5 drivers, and for the first time they're competing in the games in karting, sprint junior and senior, so they're not all there, in karting slalom and in Fanatec esports.
Thank you, Nigeria. And now we welcome the national team from Norway. The Royal Automobile of Norway is making its 2nd appearance at the Games. And for this edition of the Motorsport Games, the club is taking part in 4 disciplines, with entries in touring cars, drifting, junior cross car, and Fanatec esports. Welcome, Norway.
Welcome, guys.
Thank you very much.
We can hear some cheers already for the next one coming up. Can we hear something? Oh. Okay, that's the national team of Panama. The Association Automovilistica, the Touring Car y Deportes de Panama, has chosen 2 athletes to compete here in Marseille. First up is Formula 4 driver Valentino Mini, and then we have a senior kart sprint driver, Valentin Flamini. Good luck to them both this week.
Muchas gracias, Panama. We are now joined by another Spanish-speaking nation and another nation making its first appearance at the FIA Motorsport Games, Peru. And for its first games, the Touring y Automóvil Club de Peru has assembled an impressive lineup with 10 athletes, 7 men and 3 women, here to compete in a total of 5 different disciplines.
Hello.
Hola.
Good, and you? Oh, I've met you before.
Lots of support there. Thank you very much, Peru. Buena suerte para el concurso.
Next, we welcome Poland. The Polish Automobile and Motorcycle Federation was present at the 2019 Games, and they took the silver medal in the GT Cup. This time it is represented by 15 competitors in 9 disciplines. Welcome, Poland. I'm sure they will be really strong in rally as well. Thank you very much.
Big team to get off the stage. Who can do it quickest? Let's start the racing now, shall we? And here comes national team Portugal. Well, in 2019, Portugal were close to the medals with a fourth place in karting slalom, and they'll be hoping to take the step up this time with 12 drivers taking part in 8 disciplines. This time, Portugal competes in cross-car junior, drifting, Fanatec Esports, KCMG Formula 4, Rally 4, karting sprint senior, karting sprint junior, and the nation also enters the first all-female team in karting endurance. Thank you very much, Portugal.
Muito obrigado. And once again, we welcome a new nation to the Games, which is Team Puerto Rico. The Federación de Automovilismo de Puerto Rico will be represented by 2 competitors, which are FIA silver-rated driver Victor Gomez and bronze-rated Francesco Piovanetti, and they will be competing in a GT relay event, endurance.
And now we welcome the national team from Romania. As with the 2019 Games, the ACR Romania is fielding just a single competitor in the drifting category, and this time their driver is Kalin Kjorten, who in recent times has featured strongly in Drift Masters and the Drift Kings international competition. Very strong. Thank you very much, Romania.
Thank you, Romania. Next to enter the arena is the national team from Serbia. As with the 2019 Games, the Automoto Association of Serbia is fielding a single entry. In 2019, the team took part in the karting slalom, and this time they're making the switch to the highly competitive KCMG Formula 4 category. We wish them the best of luck racing for his country.
Absolutely. Next, we welcome National Team Singapore. Like Serbia, Motorsports Singapore only brings 1 entry to this year's Games, but he will fly the flag proudly, and he'll be taking part in Fanatec Esports. Esports is growing rapidly in Singapore, and for the Motorsport Games, the MSS staged 2 qualifying rounds with the top driver being selected to travel to France. And here he is.
And now we have the national team Slovakia. Yeah, the Slovak Association of Motorsport is fielding a strong team of 15 athletes in 10 disciplines, which are including historic rallying, senior cross car, karting disciplines, auto slalom, Fanatec Esports, in which big things are expected of Benz Banki, who is a member of the Red Bull Racing Esport team.
Big smiles there from the Slovakian team.
Thank you, Slovakia. We can make a move.
Now, please give a warm welcome to our next national team, which is Slovenia. This is Slovenia's first appearance at the FIA Motorsport Games, and they are focusing on 3 disciplines. They will compete in auto slalom and in karting sprint. They are represented by Alexander Begonovic, while Jörg Clemens will fly the flag in Fanatec Esports. Brilliant. Thank you very much, Slovenia.
And good luck to you guys. And now we're going to wait a little bit for South Africa, unless they want to start running.
They're losing the race right now.
Yeah. Well, it's the first appearance for the Motorsport at the Motorsport Games in the national team of South Africa. Motorsports South Africa has 4 competitors here, racing in Fanatec Esports, in karting sprint junior, and in auto slalom. Welcome, South Africa.
Next, we have one of the largest delegations here this week, España. Lots of support here for Spain, as it will take them quite a long time actually to get across the stage. The Real Federación Española de Automovilismo is competing in all 16 disciplines and has a whopping 25 athletes here. Spain will be looking for medals with drivers such as Daniel Juncadella in GT Sprint, and with him they definitely have a very, very good chance. We're going to have to get these guys bunched up on the stage for the family picture.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to get them all in the same picture, no? Come on, come on.
Muchas gracias, España. I think we've got everything we need. Now we're going to have to get this huge delegation off the stage. Thank you very much, guys. Buena suerte.
Because they're behind them, catching up, getting closer. It's Sri Lanka. Team Sri Lanka is the Ceylon Motorsport Club's first appearance at the FIA Motorsport Games, and it is fielding 2 drivers who will compete in the karting sprint senior and in Fanatec eSport disciplines. Congratulations. A big round of applause.
Thank you, Team Sri Lanka. And now we'll welcome the national team Sweden. The Svenska Bilsportförbundet is competing in 8 disciplines this weekend. Karting, esports, drifting and touring cars, and playing to its national strengths in the brand new Rally 2 and cross car disciplines.
I think he must be 12 or 11.
Contender for the youngest participant. Very sure to be a strong team. Thank you very much, Sweden.
Thank you, Sweden. Next up, and already here, it's the national team from Switzerland. Autosport Suisse SARL competed in 3 events in 2019, and for 2022 they have expanded its entry to 7: drifting, karting sprint junior, GT Cup, sprint events, Formula 4, Fanatec eSport, and touring cars.
Great team. Thank you very much, Switzerland. And here comes national team Turkey. In 2022, the team of the Turkey Automobile Sports Foundation will compete in 8 disciplines with 10 drivers. The team has very, very high hopes for GT Sprint, as its driver, Arhankan Guven, was part of the team that won the GT Nations Cup, which was held in 2018 in Bahrain. Lots of support out here for Turkey. It's great to hear the crowd, isn't it?
All right.
Thank you very much, Turkey.
Thank you, Turkey.
Bye-bye, Turkey.
Now, please, would you give all a big, huge welcome to one of our most welcome nations, Ukraine. In 2019, Ukraine walked away with a gold in the Drifting Cup, and the winner of that thrilling final, it's Dmytro Liuk, is back to defend his crown. This year, he's joined by 11 compatriots in a very strong Ukrainian squad that will compete in 9 disciplines. Well done, guys.
Is it me, or do they keep getting younger and younger?
Yeah. Come on.
A massive thank you to Ukraine for making the journey down here to France, to Marseille. Thank you very much, guys. We'll get you off the stage now so that we can welcome another new national team to the Games, the United Arab Emirates. Team UAE is represented by 5 competitors in 2 disciplines: Fanatec eSports and karting endurance. In 2021, the karting team UAE became MENA champions, and they have high hopes of a very good result here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Team UAE.
Now, please put your hands together for our next nation, the United Kingdom. The national team UK will contest in 10 disciplines at Paul Ricard, with 15 drivers taking part into auto slalom, cross car junior, cross car senior, drifting, Fanatec eSports, GT, karting endurance, historic rally, Rally 2, and touring cars.
No, I don't want to give away who I'm rooting for, but Team UK, you've got to do it for us. That's my home nation. Thank you very much, guys. We'll see you later on in the competition. And now, After them, we will welcome Team USA to join us now as they come across the stage, and they're making their second appearance at the FIA Motorsport Games. In Rome, the United States took part in the GT and touring car disciplines, and this time the team from ACC US is taking on a single discipline, Fanatec Esports.
Yeah, and he's proudly carrying the flag. Thank you, USA. And now we welcome Uzbekistan, a nation that is making its first appearance to the FIA Motorsport Games. The National Automobile Club of Uzbekistan has put together an impressive team of 11 drivers and one reserve who will compete in Formula 4, Rally 4, karting, sprint junior, karting endurance, karting slalom, auto slalom, and Fanatec Esport. That's another big team.
Welcome, Team Uzbekistan. Thank you very much. We'll get you off the stage now so that we can welcome another team competing at the Games for the first time. We're going to have Team Venezuela. The Touring y Automobile Club de Venezuela has traveled here with one competitor, TCR Europe driver Sergio Lopez Bolotin. And he will be joining the touring car grid at Circuit Paul Ricard a bit later on this week.
Welcome, Venezuela.
Gracias, Venezuela.
Thank you very much. And our last nation this evening is another that comes to the FIA Motorsport Games for the very first time. Please, a big round of applause for the national team from Vietnam. The Vietnamese Motorsport Association has selected 2 drivers to represent it here in Marseille in the auto slalom competition.
They just keep getting younger when they cross the stage.
Yeah, I'm not sure
glad this is our final nation.
I'm not sure what she's competing in.
Well, that was absolutely fantastic, and a huge thank you to all of our nations. Well done. That will conclude the 2022 FIA Motorsport Games Parade of Nations here in Marseille. We wish every one of the 72 teams here with us that we've just seen walk the stage the very best of luck over the next coming 4 days. I'm sure all of them will make their country proud, and they'll provide us with some incredible, inspiring, and utterly irresistible Motorsport Games action.
It is absolutely amazing to see the breadth of talent that exists in each of the FIA regions and in every one of the national sporting bodies that were represented here. Motorsport brings such a diverse array of talents together in one place, and to give all of them a chance to shine for their country is a remarkable achievement. Well done to the FIA and to SRO.
And so on to our final guest of the evening, to explain how the Motorsport Games have been designed with the goal of empowering every region of the FIA, and also to formally open the 2022 FIA Motorsport Games. Please welcome FIA Deputy President for Sport, Robert Reid.
What a show.
Indeed, it was absolutely fantastic, wasn't it, Robert?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, just brilliant to see so many nations here. It's you know, a real show, and looking forward to the competition when it starts as well.
Yeah, so what do you make of this year's entry list? 72 nations, it's really impressive, right?
Yeah, very impressive. I mean, obviously up from 49 the previous edition, and I wasn't there the previous edition, but I understand the weather wasn't as good, so thank you to Stefan Rattel, who's organised the weather as well as the event and competition.
I have a question for you. The national federations being at the center of attention of the new FIA leadership team, you must be proud of their representation at this event.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, we are first and foremost a federation of member clubs. So our sports clubs are very important to us. So to see so many of them here for this event is great. We stood on a manifesto of regional empowerment. So the regions is very great to see not just European clubs here represented, but clubs from all over the world. But also we stood on a manifesto commitment to double motorsport participation. So the grassroots events in this competition are very important to us. And the fact that nations have come, even with one competitor, is brilliant. And I think some of the biggest cheers came for the solo competitors. So well done to everybody who's come along, all the countries for putting teams in, and all the competitors for being here.
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic, especially seeing those solo competitors flying the flag bravely and proudly for their own country. Talk a little bit about how the FIA aims to accelerate the growth of sport at national level. I think you just touched on it a little bit about how it's really coming up from the grassroots.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, motorsport is an expensive sport at the top end. It doesn't have to be at the bottom end. You know, we've got esports, we've got kart slalom, we've got auto slalom, we've got lots of disciplines where people can come along. You know, some disciplines you can turn up in your road car and compete. So it's really important to recognise that, to celebrate that at events like this. And you know, great to see not just the top end disciplines, but also the grassroots ones.
And is that part of the values that the FIA wants to convey with this event, basically, or what are the values?
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, it was great seeing Felipe and Matilda early on. You know, giving us the pledge for the games. I think some really important points in there. And for us as a leadership team, you know, there's lots of things that are really important to us. EDI, equality, diversity, inclusivity. And I mean, you couldn't have a better display of EDI than we've seen tonight. So that's really important to us. But also sustainability. And, you know, it's a real pleasure to be at the Paul Ricard race circuit the next couple of days. Paul Ricard was one of the first circuits to achieve 3-star environmental accreditation with the FIA. And I know that Stefan from SRO and his team and the event organisers are working hard to ensure that sustainability is at the heart of everything we do.
Well, thank you very much for answering all of our questions and participating in our impromptu Q&A. Robert, I will now let you declare the 2022 FIA Motorsport Games open. Take it away.
Thank you very much. It just is for me to say thank you for coming. I hope that everybody has a safe, competitive and enjoyable few days at the Motorsport Games, and it gives me great pleasure to announce the games are open.
And well, thanks to everyone, thanks to Marseille City Hall, to le Musée Subaquatique de Marseille, and especially to Estelle and Anthony for their contribution to this great opening show. Thanks SRO Motorsport Group, thank you the FIA, and let's have the rest of the night out there and enjoy ourselves.
Yes, thank you again, Robert, for coming and chatting with us, declaring it open. It's been quite a wonderful event, hasn't it? And definitely setting the scene for what's to come.
Yeah, they all had that heart to carry their flags. It was amazing to see young kids walking up there, and yeah, I just can't wait to see what happens in the next 4 days. And the level of competition is going to be super high. So yeah, looking forward.
I know, and some fantastic teams and delegations that we've got here tonight, isn't it? Lots of support from the crowd. Hoping to see that continue for the rest of the weekend.
Thank you very much.